Over the last few years of doing gear reviews and talking about outdoor stuff on the channel, we've discussed the importance of making sure you have a way to have safe, clean drinking water, whether in an emergency or just in everyday use, hiking, backpacking, camping, or whatever. We've taken a look at several different solutions and ways to help you do that. I gotta say, I'm a little bit embarrassed that I wasn't aware of these, but they've been out a little while. These are from the folks at Sagan, and it's called the Journey system. There are a few things about this Journey system that I think may help it stand head and shoulders above much of the competition. So that's what we're going to be taking a look at coming up next here on Survival on Purpose. Welcome back to Survival on Purpose, your home for information and gear reviews related to camping, survival, and general preparedness for regular folks. My name's Brian. Thanks for joining me. So once again, the folks at Sagan were kind enough to send me a couple of their Journey water, we can almost call this one a water purifier system. It's the Journey water bottle and the XStream Journey water straw, filter straw type system. And this is, you can see it's not just a standard filter straw. So like I said, I actually just learned about these. I'm a little embarrassed that I didn't know about them, but there's just so many different products out there. But they actually are, they got some pretty cool features that I really like, and I think you're gonna like too. So stick around to the end of the video and I'll tell you how you can save 20%, at least through May the 15th, 2018, on your very own Journey water filter system from the folks at Sagan. So I have been continually chastised that I ramble, and I get to the point. So I'm not going to promise a rambling-free video, but I will try to get to the point pretty quickly, and we'll just intersperse the rambling with regular content. But let me take you down to the old stump top. We're going to take a look at these, and then we'll take you down to the old submersion evaluation assembly and do some real-world testing. Okay, so I've got my modified stump top here because the stump's getting pretty ragged. So something you'll notice in both of these is that they both use the same filter system, and I think that's worth talking about just for a minute. And let me just pop this off here and show it to you. First of all, one thing I really like about the Journey, the folks at Sagan and their Journey system, is that they actually have third-party testing, verifiable results about the efficiency of these filters, and they do what's called end-of-life testing. So when they say, for example, this filter is good for 250 gallons of water, so they actually tested these things across the lifespan, across that much water, to make sure that they're actually still doing a good job as they get closer and closer to the limit. So that's good. They actually use a kind of a filter membrane. It's made of a blend of micro glass fibers and nano alumina fibers. So basically what that means is a couple of advantages these filters have. First of all, they remove 99.999% of bacteria and 99.99% of cysts like Giardia and Cryptosporidium. They also remove 99.99% of viruses, which is sort of unusual, and they also remove heavy metals such as lead, mercury, and arsenic. So very good filter systems here. One thing I really think is cool, as opposed to hollow fiber filters, which are used in a lot of the kind of portable water filters, you can drop these without damaging them. They can be frozen without damaging them. If you let a hollow fiber filter get wet and it freezes, you can really crack it and break it and totally destroy it. And they'll also drain and dry out completely for storage, which is pretty cool too. So that's kind of like the specs for that thing. Again, they're good for 250 gallons. So let me just kind of give you the close-ups of what all this thing includes, and then we'll take you over to the old submersion evaluation assembly and dip out some pretty nasty water and try it. So first of all, here's the bottle. When you get the bottle, it actually comes unassembled. So you have the bottle and all this stuff is inside of it. So you got your bottle, you got a lid, you got two straws and the filter. And I think that's pretty cool because they give you a long straw, so if you don't want to use your filter up, and maybe like me, you've got a whole house filter, you're just using drinking water, you just put the big straw in there, and it's just a friction fit, goes right in like so. Twist a little bit, and that will take you down all the way to the bottom, and then it's even got what they call a little well down here on the bottom, so your straw goes all the way to the bottom, if you can see that. So you can drink all the water in this thing with the straw. And then it's got a nice kind of a grippy area here. It's BPA free. I mean, it's all safe stuff. Got a kind of a rubber thing on the bottom so it sits flat. Nice finger hole here. And then it's got another thing I like about it. It's got a pop-up lid here before you tilt your mouthpiece up. So it kind of protects this from getting dirt or whatever if it's throwing around, if it's in your pack or rolling around your floorboard or your truck or whatever. Then it just keeps from dirt from all getting in your mouthpiece area. And you just pop that open and drink it. And we're going to take a look at that. Now again, if you want to use the filter, you just put the short one on there like so. Put your filter on like so. And I was just looking at it to get it a little wet. And then just screw it on like so. And there you go. And what's also cool is this filter does not have to be completely submerged in water to work. So if you got an inch of water in it, it'll still pick it up and drink, which is pretty cool. So we're going to take a look at that in just a second. Now let's look at the other one, the XStream, what they're calling the straw. It's pretty cool. It's got a couple of different parts here to it. That actually goes to the bottle. So everything on this is quick connect fitting. So you got a quick connect fitting for your Journey filter, and you just pop that on like so till it snaps. And if you want to remove it, just got a button here. You push the button and it removes. So I like that. Then it's got a separate piece here, so you don't have to bend over and down, get your face, you know, within 6 inches of the water to drink through it. You can actually drop this thing down. Gosh, that is about 4 feet there, and just drink up through it. And then to open the mouthpiece, you just squeeze it here on these little tabs, right there, and just pull it up. It's open. I'm going to close it. Just close it, and it closes. And then it's got a little protective cover on it to keep it from getting dirty too, which is pretty cool. And then another cool feature of this is, if you don't want to just use it like a personal straw, then you can pop this off like so. All right, let your mouthpiece down. And it comes with a little, I'm dropping everything. My stump needs to be bigger. And it comes with a little, kind of a pump bulb that you can pump water up, and you just snap it on like so. And then you can pump water up from your source and to fill somebody else's canteen, to fill a drinking pot, to share water if somebody doesn't want to drink after you and get your cooties, whatever the situation may be, for cleaning wounds, for rinsing stuff off with clean water, because that's going to give you a kind of a pressurized source of fresh, clean water. So I think that's a real handy deal too. Maybe you don't want to dip your bottle into a nasty water because it gets all over it, so you can just actually use this to fill up a water bottle. So pretty cool there. And then it's also got a little protective cap goes on the end of it. So, as one of my favorite YouTubers would say, ain't that neat? Let's take you over to the old submersion evaluation assembly and see how this stuff works. Okay, here we are at the submersion evaluation assembly, or I may change the name to a biohazard station, but we're gonna open up. You can see I put clean water in not too long ago, but it's not too groovy. So, and it's got some ants running around in it, but hopefully it'll filter ants out too. Okay, so what I thought I would do here is go ahead and fill up the bottle using the pump, because that way I don't have to dip my bottle into this nasty water, and it kind of gives you an idea. We can kind of demonstrate how the pump works too. So basically, you drop it in there, open your lid here and start squeezing, and it's going to take it a minute to pick up the water, so you just keep pumping it and keep squeezing. And as it picks up the water, there it goes. It doesn't take that long, and you can see it just start spraying out. So we'll just go ahead and use that to fill up the water bottle. I like milking a cow. It feels so. It takes it a little while to pump. It's not like a piston pump that's going to give you a continual stream of water. You just got to fill this bulb up again, but still, it's a pretty good benefit to have, because it gives you the ability to, you know, if you need to clean a wound off or something like that, you can do that. And it's a pretty pressurized stream. I mean, it'll shoot like, let me just get it full. All the way past the camera, as you can see. So we just fill it on up the rest of the way. And I'll show you another little feature I think is pretty cool. So we'll take a look at this again in a minute. Now what we can also do though, is we can just pop this off. We can pop this on, and now we have the mouthpiece, and just raise it up. You don't really have to suck really hard. I mean, even a little kid could do it. Once it just takes a second for it to come up the tube, but there's not a lot of resistance. And it just tastes like good clean water. And you can see, as you can't see me now because I'm standing up, but I mean, this thing's almost, that's at least 4 feet. So, you know, if you're out somewhere where there's not a lot of water, maybe you're in a rocky area or whatever, but you notice some water down kind of in a crevice, if it's less than 4 feet deep, and if this will fit in there, you can suck down there and get it, which is pretty cool. Now let's take a look at the bottle. A couple things I want to show you about the bottle I think are pretty cool. You know me, sometimes I'm easily impressed, but one of the things I like about this is, I've had some of these other filter bottles, you never really know how much water to put in it so you don't splash it out the top when you put your filter in. Well, I don't know why other people didn't think of this, and maybe they did and I didn't notice it. But there's a fill line right here marked on there for when you put a filter in. And there's another line that's actually up here if you don't have the filter in it. You can fill it up to there, and that's the space that the straw and everything takes up. But when you put this in here like so, you can see it comes right up to the top. So you can get pretty much the maximum amount of water in here. And then if you want to drink, just pop it here and there you go. So close it back up, you're good to go. Nice rubber, just a very ergonomic shape on here. I like the little ring there because you could put that right there on a carabiner, hanging on the side of your pack or whatever. If you don't have the pockets, you're hanging on your belt. If you happen to be a Boy Scout going to summer camp, need a water bottle around, just anytime. Just pretty handy. Okay, well, that was a hopefully quick look at the Journey water purification system from the folks at Sagan. And I got to tell you, there's a couple things that really attracted me to this, and maybe you want to take a look at them. And I'm just going to, without a whole lot of rambling, I'm just going to go over those, and we'll try to wrap this up. And then I'll tell you how you can save 20% through May the 15th, 2018. So the very first thing that really attracted me to them is the fact that they are really water purifiers as opposed to filters. So they will remove not only viruses, but also a lot of different heavy metals. That's something a lot of the other lower priced filters honestly don't do. At the time of this video, these things are like 50 bucks a piece. This is 50 bucks and this is 50 bucks. I hesitate to give prices sometimes because they're subject to change, but at the time I'm making this video, that's what they cost. Again, you can save 20% on that. In just a minute, I'll tell you how. Another thing I really like about them is that unlike the very popular hollow fiber filters, their filter systems are not damaged by freezing or by dropping. And the third thing I really like about the filter itself is the fact that they have independent third-party testing, and they publish those results on SaganLife.com, so you can go right to that website and you can look at them and check them out for yourself. And that's something that I have not seen with some of the other very popular water filters. Anyway, really cool systems. Like I said, not the cheapest water filter system on the planet, but not the most expensive either. But I think they're very effective. I like the fact that they publish their results, so there's nothing hidden there. They tell you these things are tested, they're really good, and you can check for yourself. So I told you I was going to tell you how you can save 20%. Basically, through May the 15th, 2018, they're having a site-wide sale. So they also have a couple of larger group options. They're a little more money, but they use water bricks and larger volumes of water. But you can save 20% on anything on their site using the coupon code SPRING20, all caps. And I'll put a link to that below. And I'll try to put one up here. But if you just click on that link, use the coupon code SPRING20 through May the 15th, 2018. So if you're watching this video after that, sorry, the sale's probably over, but it's still a cool filter. So like I said, I'm kind of surprised that I just found out about this pretty recently because it's been out for a little while, but I'm glad I did because, like I said, I think it honestly stands head and shoulders above what I've been using. Nothing wrong with what I've been using, but this is like just a notch above. I hope this video has been helpful. Once again, thanks to the folks at Sagan for sending me this stuff so I can show it to you. And as always, thank you for watching Survival on Purpose. I put out a brand new video every Friday and Saturday, and very often random videos throughout the week. You can check out another one right there. If you're not subscribed, please click right down there in the corner. Subscribe, ring that little bell when you do, and you can get notified when I put out those random videos. I really appreciate the support. Once again, my name's Brian. You're watching Survival on Purpose. Remember, survival's not an accident. So be prepared. I'll see you next time.